So Joe Manchin released a new ad since he's now in the general election in West Virginia. He's trying to defend his Senate seat. Let's see what he came up with.
That's me, shooting the cap and trade bill, because it was bad for West Virginia. Hey, I haven't changed. I might be a few years older, but I'll still take on anyone that messes with West Virginia. Now the threat is Patrick Morrisey's lawsuit to take away health care from people with pre-existing conditions. He is just dead wrong, and that ain't going to happen. I'm Joe Manchin, and I approve this message because for me, it's all about West Virginia.
Oh, Joe. What are you doing, Joe? For those of you who don't know, Joe Manchin is in the top 5 of Democrats who cross the aisle to vote with Donald Trump and vote with Republicans. I don't think that's the strategy to win elections, and I also don't think it's good for the country. Joe Manchin supports Wall Street deregulation. Certainly not like the people in West Virginia are just, knocking down your door to tell you, Joe, you got to give Goldman Sachs a tax cut, man. Nobody does that. So he's a sellout. That's what he is. Now, having said that, and pointing out how goofy he is, because he's doing these gimmicks to try to get reelected, when I clicked this ad to watch it, I was virtually 100% certain I'm going to go, this is dumb. And it's not going to help him, and it's going to hurt him. That's what I was thinking when I clicked the ad. After I watched the ad, I went, maybe not. But that actually might help a little. Now, here's why I say that. Making your case politically is all about simplicity. Can't get too convoluted. You have to be very straightforward, very to the point, very simple, and it's got to pierce through. That's the phrase I use, pierce through. It's got to be one of those things where you say it, and people don't have to, think about it and let it swirl around their head. It's just got to go right into their head, and they go, oh, I got it. I understand what you're saying. The fact that Manchin brought up, they're trying to get rid of your protections for pre-existing conditions, that's something that politically, overwhelmingly, that's something that plays. So in other words, Democrats gave the protections for pre-existing conditions. Now Republicans have to publicly pretend like they're in favor of protecting people with pre-existing conditions, because if they don't, that is such a political loser for them that they're guaranteed to lose. Like, if you run on a platform of, I'm going to take away pre-existing conditions coverage, that's it. Call it a day. I don't care how red your district is. Call it a day. You're done, son. So what Manchin did is he took an issue that was overwhelmingly positive for Democrats and for the left, and he said, this is the one I'm going to put front and center. And so now he framed the race. My opponent wants to get rid of your protections for pre-existing conditions. Look, the Republicans are already doing it. Well, I'm here to stand up for the people, so I'm going to protect you if you have pre-existing conditions. And oh yeah, by the way, this isn't a partisan thing because I shot the cap and trade thing the other year. Cap and trade was a Democratic proposal. So that's Joe Manchin saying, hey, listen, man, I'm just here to call balls and strikes and tell it like it is, and I'm here to look out for the people of West Virginia, and that's why I'm going to shoot the thing that, would take away your pre-existing conditions. So even though I clicked the video going, I'm going to fucking mock this and laugh at it, and it's going to be ridiculous, after I watch it, I go, old Joe's got a little bit of political savvy in him. Now, again, let me be clear. His record is abysmal. Like I said, he votes with Trump maybe more than any other Democrat, and he voted for Wall Street deregulations. And I could sit here and list off all the terrible things about Joe Manchin, and I have done that. And remember, it was Justice Democrats who ran Paula Jean Swearengin, populist left candidate, takes no corporate PAC money, right on all the issues. She ran against Joe Manchin. So this is a guy who I'm first in line to fucking primary. I'm straightforward about that. But having said that, from a raw political angle, and just saying whether or not this ad is good or bad, I think it actually is a good ad and it might help him. So we'll see what happens, but he's going to have a tough re-election because he is in Trump country. And one thing's for sure, in Trump country, they like both Trump, but they also like the populist left, because Trump was fake populist right, and in red states, they do like populist left. So he's none of those things. He is corporate Democrat. So it's whether or not he can convince people that he's, one of the good old boys enough. And this ad, even though we might think it's silly, I actually think it might achieve that.